Have you ever sat on the beach in the moonlight and wondered if you could capture that moment in oil paint? In this video I'll show you how to create a glowing moonlight beach using oil painting techniques with soft stars, controlled light values and lighter paint. No muddy darks. You'll learn simple oil painting details that add depth and atmosphere. And I'll finish by showing you how to dim an overlay bright painting using transparent oil glazes. If you want to paint realistic moonlight and luminous night scene in oils, you're in the right place. If you are interested, stick around. We start darker brush in blue on the top and you applying with your palette knife, and then underneath we're gonna put the ultramarine blue and titanium white where the masking tape is, and I just blend it together. And I always brush the paint on the sides as well. This one is a MDF panel which is 30 by 40 and it's only 2 to 3 mil thick. And in this case I just try to get that blue down to the masking tape, but I add too much titanium white, so I'm just wiping that titanium white off and just add more brush in blue, so a little bit more darker blue, and then I just blend it together. I just wanted to get a little bit more closer to the horizon with the blue, and then I just add titanium white with the masking tape, and then I just blend it. And I just wanted that little bit more atmospheric, and you can use a little bit more titanium white if you want your horizon go a little bit more further up, but I just like that tiny bit towards the sky to have that glowing effect. And now we're just doing the bottom part of the landscape and just very light colors. And because the painting is fresh, I can't use the masking tape for the horizon, so we're using just a large palette knife to get that nice and straight line. So different situations you just using different tools. Just blend it very well and it's nice and smooth, the surface, and using a little smaller paintbrush to get closer to that horizon ocean view. And now we're just using Phthalo Turquoise, which is a very strong color, so you don't need a lot, so very little, and then you just blend it downwards. And what's happening now, because it's a transparent color, it just mixes up with that bottom color as well. So now I'm just adding up more raw sienna just for the wet look of the beach, and I'm just working on it. So next day the painting is totally dry, because we are in the tropics where I live. It dries very quickly with using liquid original. And now we're just getting ready for the next step, tapping those clouds with the paper towel, plus we're using a palette knife as well to spread the main cloud on the surface on the sky. But we're just mixing up the different grays, Winsor & Newton gray and Langridge Payne's gray as well. So they're just a little bit different grays. Langridge is actually a little bit more bluish color. And here we go with my paper towel technique, and just twist your paper towel and just tap it on your color, which is the Payne's gray in this case, and then you just blend it with your soft brush. And because the painting is nice and dry, you can actually shape up your cloud as well with the clean paper towel, just gently. Depending where you want to paint your moon, I actually got a bit of a trick for the tiny moon on the distance, so that's gonna be on towards the end, I'll show you even the stars. You can actually got the little trick to control your stars instead flicking with your paint all over the place. So all your highlights, obviously where your moon gonna be near the, you use your little bit more brighter colors, titanium white in this case, underneath the clouds, what I'm doing now. It's all about just building up all the little prints and soften it up, because the clouds are soft and no hard lines on the clouds. So every time when you do tap, you just soften it up with the blending brush. And here we're getting ready for flicking those grass twigs, and I'm just splitting the masking tape in the middle and just cover with the paper as well to protect that painting underneath. And then we apply paint with our palette knife, because we can get a little bit more paint on the panel, and just to smooth it up a little bit, my fan brush as well, that it's not so lumpy. And here we just twisted that paper towel very tightly, like you can see that here, and then we start flicking those twigs on the panel. And what's happened, it just picks up the paint from that masking tape where we put paint on. And then you can use your finger as well, hold on to the paper towel as well. I'm still holding on with my finger. You get that a little bit more thicker grass on the bottom. Like I always say that these are only just one way to do the twigs and grass. You can use your brush if you wish. So it's just a fun thing to discover different ways to do your grass and your effects and your art. And then same thing we do the other side as well. Like I said in the beginning, I show you how to dimming your artwork, because our underpainting is overly bright for the night scene. But good about this is you can dim it with your glazing. And you still got a chance to get some details coming through the glazing, and it gives that bit of a glowing effect for the night scene. The first time when I applied the paint on that top of that masking tape, I used raw sienna, and then I was flicking those grass twigs and raw amber on the bottom, which I'm using now as well. As well, olive green, which is a little bit more dark as well, just to give that a little bit greeny underneath the grass and twigs. And using the palette knife to do those fence ball. Also paper towel, you can get little marks on the wooden ball. You can often see me to use paper towel and a little twisted paper towel to get little details, and it just gives that a little bit extra details on the painting instead of using the brush. And using my little angle brush and olive green to create this dragon plant. And we got a lot of these dragon plant trees on coastal areas in Australia, up in the north, and they just part of the landscape of our beach. It's just nice to use something else than just palm trees on your beach. And I'll show you my little trick for perfect round moon on the distance. You're just using one of those earbud stick, I'm not sure what they call them, and just tip it on titanium white and just gently tap it on your night sky painting. And you can easily create your little waves on the beach with your palette knife as well. I also show you how to use paperclip for creating those night stars on a night sky, and it's easy, very controlled tap on your titanium white and tap it on your night sky. Our painting has been 2 days now, completely dry, and we can do some glazing. And I'm using Payne's Gray on the ocean. Like you can see, I'm just blending it very thinly to tone it down a little bit, and just going step by step and with your very fine brush. You can use a little bit liquid original and just one drop of linseed oil, and it gets a little bit more softer and more easier to work with, because if it's just a straight paint, it just seems to not going anywhere, so it's need to actually smoothly go over the underpainting. And you can do it twice or 3 times, let it dry, and then you do it a second time, let it dry again, and you do it third time, and you can tone it down that way how you want it. If you enjoy this video, I really appreciate your time. Don't forget to subscribe and like if you want to be back. I got plenty videos coming once a week on Saturday nights, 9 o'clock Aussie time. So see you next time. Thank you so much. Bye now.